Hey folks, this is Damian from Southpaw Designs, and today we are going to learn the simple trick that you can use to create easy, seamless inlays on virtually any CNC machine. So we're going to go through the process all the way from design to cutting out and piecing it together. But this isn't really intended to be an in-depth build video. I'm going to gloss over several of those topics and show you just the main points, but then spend a little bit of extra time in the actual step. That's that trick that I talked about. If you'd like to see a more complete build video, I'm going to put some links down in the description of other projects that I've done that actually show a more in-depth setup process for a CNC. In my case, I use a Onefinity Woodworker. First thing that we need to do is we need to measure our inlay. We notice that it's 1/4 of an inch, and the thickness of the outside is going to be 3/8 of an inch. Next, we're going to use the old CA glue trick to put our material down. I prefer to use this method when I'm cutting all the way through, when I'm cutting out a contour, and it works really well in this situation. Next, you know how a CNC works. I'm just going to show you a little bit of it, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Now, when I pick it up, it didn't go all the way through. There's about maybe, I don't know, 32nd to a 64th of an inch that didn't cut, but it can easily be snapped out of there. Now, before we go any further, I'm really trying to build up this channel, and your subscription, like, and comment below means the world to me. I've gotten just over 300 subscribers as of this afternoon, and I'm really trying to hit that magic 1,000 mark. So every step along the way means so much to me. So please hit that subscribe button and then leave a comment and tell me the types of things that you'd like to see. That interaction with me tells me that what I'm doing is valuable and tells YouTube that what I'm doing is valuable. And that's going to help get the word out. So that really means so much. Now we are going to complete the outside where we're going to cut our pocket. Going to use that same method. I just think it's simple and easy, and because of the fact that I'm using a small piece of material, it's difficult sometimes to put down those clamps. I'm hesitant to do that. I'll let you watch a little bit of the cutout, but again, I sped up this process, and I'm going to cut out a lot of that middle part and just show you the beginning of the end. And so now we are almost finished. Now we're gonna take those two pieces and pop them together. I was actually surprised at how easily it snapped into place. I meant to put some glue in there, but I never even had a chance because it just slid right in and had a real tight fit. Now all that's really left, pull out the sander, sand it flat, and I tell you what, it doesn't want to come out even without glue. Now, next time I do it, and when I do it with something for real, I definitely will put some glue in there. I'll also put a little bit of glue in the seam because there is a very, very, very minor little gap there that I'd like to cover, but it turned out great. See? Now how about that trick? All right, so now what was that big trick that I was talking about? It's actually very simple. So I'm inside of Easel right now, and I've just created my pocket. So this is the pocket for that letter. Now, all we have to do is take this first, and let's go ahead and download that G-code. Now, I'm not going to go through the process of actually setting things up in Easel and show you how to use Easel. I've got several different videos on my channel in the CNC playlist that will walk you through that. Today is just about how do we create that inlay and get it so clean. So I have downloaded the inlay pocket, and so it's ready to go. I have it set to 1/4 of an inch, and what that will do is, since we're using a 3/8 inch outside and a 1/4 inch cutout, if I were to go ahead and cut a 1/4 inch pocket there, it should fit perfectly, because as you saw earlier, we measured the depth of my walnut and it was exactly 1/4 of an inch. So that's that. Now, if I go to Project, Make a Copy, what that does is that makes a copy of the original project. Okay. Now, once we have that, all we have to do is select this, and then we go to our cut settings. We're going to leave that at 1/4 of an inch, but instead of clearing out a pocket, we are now going to cut outside the shape path. All right, that's really all there is to it. I'm going to name this, instead of inlay pocket, I'm going to call this contour. And what we have now is we have two separate files. We have the pocket right here, and then cutting just on the outside of it, we have the contour. And we're going to download this G-code as a separate file. And we have the contour and we have the pocket. So the pocket is going to be used on the outside wood, in this case, a little bit of pine scrap that I had. And then on the inside, that's going to be, or where we actually have our walnut, that is the contour. So that's going to cut all the way through. Once we cut both of these pieces out, as you already saw, they do match up perfectly. It was so perfect, I didn't even expect it. I thought there'd be a little tightness that I'd have to figure out, and you saw that it snapped right in. I didn't even get a chance to glue it. So this is how you make a clean, crystal clear pocket and have a final project that looks beautiful. And there you go. It really is just that easy. Now, hit that subscribe button down below. Like, share, comment, do all the interaction things, and tell me what you liked about it, and tell me what you'd like to see next. And again, thank you for everything. I'm having a blast doing this, and your support means the world to me.